We just witnessed one of the greatest Valorant finals of all time, but at one point it was arguably one of the worst finals ever. NRG versus Fnatic was an absolute roller coaster, so let's get into it. Top 4 at Champions Paris kicked off with a bang on Friday, with a battle between EU and NA in the upper final. Althea returned to Fnatic's lineup after an illness sidelined him against Paper Rex last week. EMEA's last hope was definitely coming into this one as the favourites, but NRG were hoping to keep their Cinderella run going, and they managed to do just that. Burke continued with more Odin shenanigans on map 1, and Scuba came up huge throughout the series as NRG continued to shock the Valorant world.
But a 3v4, Kayak, oh, he gets his ankles broke in a round like this. It's all falling apart as Crashy's the last one alive. Bitter, sweet for sure, as NRG are your Valorant World Champions!
Before we get into the video, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Omen. This year, Omen has been our portal to possibility by sending us all across the world to cover the biggest events in esports. And thanks to them, we were able to go to Paris and capture all the excitement from VCT Champions, the most anticipated Valorant tournaments of 2025. Unleash your ultimate gaming potential with the Omen Max 16 laptop. Crafted for powerful performance, the Omen Max 16 is equipped with up to an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor, offering gamers desktop-level performance anywhere encased in a light, portable body they can take on the go. Then there's also its groundbreaking new self-cleaning fan technology called Fan Cleaner. Powered by Intel, this built-in feature periodically reverses the fan's direction to prevent dust buildup for absolutely peak reliable performance. And for the first time ever, Omen gives players the ability to manually overclock their laptop CPU and GPU for max performance up to 250 watts total processing power without having to go into the BIOS. Thanks again to Omen for helping players navigate through any gaming obstacle to reach new levels with the Omen Max 16, now available at omen.com. And now, let's get back to our story.
Heading into Champions, everyone thought that Americas was a one-team region and that G2 was that team. But with their win against Fnatic, NRG proved that maybe the region has more depth than we initially thought. For Ethan, the win meant that he's now made it to the grand finals at every single Champions he's attended. In fact, barring lock-in, he's never failed to make it to the top 4 at an international event. Insane stuff. But the other matchup on Friday was another rematch of the Pacific El Clasico, Paper Rex versus DRX. PRX got off to a hot start, leading 9-3 at the half, but map 1 was truly the Hyunmin show.
What he's usually so consistent with, not going to be doing well for him as Hyunmin quickly comes up with a 4K out in mid. Find a buy, tucks back around the corner as Hyunmin quickly cleans up another 2 kills. Just ends up losing his life. Mako and Bane out. The 2v1, they have the timing, they have the map. 15-13, DRX, run it back, take it to overtime. And they claim victory on their pick of ascent.
Yum was on fire, and he kept things going on map 2. DRX started to pull away in the second half, eventually hitting match point, but then this happened.
The smoke cycled back, and he's just holding it. It's already up the half. He finds one. Showstopper. Low. And Jing gets them both.
Just an absurd clutch from Jing. And in the end, it didn't even matter, to be fair. But it wouldn't feel right if we didn't show it to you. DRX won the following round anyways to take down their domestic rivals and earn a spot in the lower final against Fnatic. With this win, DRX equaled their best ever showing at Champions, having finished top 3 in Istanbul back in 2023. For a team that almost didn't even make it to the event, what an accomplishment. But on Sunday, they were hoping to go one step further by taking down Fnatic to earn a rematch against NRG. Map 1 was all DRX, while Map 2 was an even bigger stomp from the EMEA Titans. Map 3 was a neck-and-neck battle the whole way through until Fnatic took the series lead and ran away with things on Vine.
And Freak still left guessing, but he's guessing incorrectly. They can be going wrong. Smoke up, propped up, showers and TP, but that is going to be the snake bite, but it doesn't slow it down! What is that? Out from the short angle, double dash up towards the top, Kayak. Tight, again he can't actually escape out of that spot. The spam is enough with the traces. Chronicle forwards again. Chronicle! My God, man! Flashback now as he's going to be forced to answer back as best he can in a spot like this, but it's just too much. Traitor coming in, thick, fast and ready already. Bane is running all over them, but shots in the back, shots in the dark. Oh! That's surely done it. Fnatic The uncrowned kings are looking for that final trophy, that final throne that has always eluded them. They are coming for NRG's neck.
Fnatic's win against DRX put them in their first ever Champions Grand Final for a shot at winning the one trophy missing from their cabinet. And after the match, Boaster had some choice words for his next opponents.
No, NRG, we're coming for you, and we're going to be ready tomorrow. The crowd is with us right now tonight, and you better be ready. When you're eating your dinner tonight, you better know that we're ready. When you're watching our VODs, you better know we're going to be ready. And when you're in bed having nightmares about us, you know we're going to be ready.
Yeah, pretty hype stuff from Fnatic's IGL, but when the Grand Finals got underway on Sunday, Boaster was eating his own words. Map 1 was a stomp for NRG, with a resounding 13-3 scoreline, and Map 2 wasn't much better. They lost Lotus 13-6, and things were about to get even worse. Because Map 3 on Abyss looked like it was on pace to be the biggest blowout yet. After the first half, NRG were up 11-1 with the trophy in their sights. Now at this point, it was honestly a pretty disappointing Grand Final. NRG were certainly happy with how things were going, but Fnatic were yet to really show up at all. But in typical Fnatic fashion, they never gave up. They won the second half pistol round to give themselves a glimmer of hope, and they slowly began clawing their way back into the map until the dream was truly alive.
Time now running low. Scuba from Som, still standing, crashes. I can't believe
They're all the
it.
diffusion.
Scuba. Oh my God, Scuba. He's done this before. He's done this before, but not today. Not in Fnatic's house.
Chronicle's got ult here,
He certainly does.
and he's here very early on. He's going to send it.
This could be it. This could be hard to find. Denied on the first attempt. Crashes again. I said it last time, but this time he is burying him in that jersey. Som, a 1v3 required would be a miracle. It's looking like OT is here. Crashes above and beyond. Kayak. He's trying to be as fast as possible, almost catching them in their heels. There's problems from both sides here. Doesn't think about Burke. Now he does! Fnatic standing tall on the verge now. It's Som, the last one alive. This will be something you will never forget. Fnatic pulling off the simply unthinkable.
Yeah, Fnatic came back from an 11-1 deficit and defended 6 tournament points to keep the grand final going. It was quite simply the largest comeback ever on the international stage. And afterwards, Boaster even hit up Onipixel.
Onipixel, Zestify!
But Fnatic's comeback on Abyss completely swung the entire match. They went on to dominate NRG on Ascent, putting all the momentum in their favor heading into the decider on Sunset. They were one map away from pulling off the first reverse sweep in the grand final of an international event, and there were also a lot of question marks surrounding NRG's Sunset. They hadn't played the map all tournament, and back in VCT Americas, it was one of their weaker maps. Now, Fnatic aren't exactly known for their Sunset either, to be fair, but with the entire tournament on the line, Ethan refused to let the trophy slip from his grasp.
Nice utility work from NRG, trying to scale towards the site. They're still struggling to find some sort of security as Boaster and Alpha back-to-back doing the work on the site. Look at the HP! How are Fnatic doing this? Ethan taking matters into his own hands. Get out of here! He's still standing, he's still got a chance, but time is a factor, and it's gonna be the cross for the spike. Ethan single-handedly doing what was necessary! Burke! Brilliant in the end! Not sure, yeah he can! Who am I to doubt him? And now he's just matching him, step by step. He's read it right. Ethan actually ahead of the curve slightly! Ethan is a cut above the rest!
Chance to really contest here. Still an advantage here for NRG. Crashes, able to slip the net. No, Ethan noted at top mid.
I'm pretty sure Ethan saw him too! It's just beautiful from Ethan, but he does get caught out. It ain't over yet, but a 3v4. Kayak, oh, he gets his ankles broke in a round like this. It's all falling apart as Crashies, the last one alive. Bitter, sweet for sure, as NRG are your Valorant World Champions!
After one of the craziest finals you will ever see, NRG managed to fend off the Fnatic comeback to become Valorant's 5th world champions. What started off as a one-sided stomp turned out to be an instant classic. It was heartbreaking for Boaster and Fnatic, who gave it their all in front of thousands of their screaming fans, but for NRG it was pure elation. All their hard work paid off. Ethan proved that he's a world-class IGL, and he's now the only player with 2 Champions trophies. I don't think many people were surprised to see that Oni's brother Burke was the recipient of the MVP bracelet. But for some, this win meant everything. We could honestly go on about each and every one of NRG's players because their run has been such a remarkable story, but we'll save some of that for another video later on. Champions Paris was easily one of, if not the best Valorant event ever, and that final will certainly go down in history as one of the all-time greats. It was the perfect way to cap off yet another incredible year of this esport. We can't wait to see what the off-season brings.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into today's video. All year we've been traveling around the world with our friends at Omen to bring you coverage of the biggest events on the esports calendar. As part of that, I'd like to ask you all if you could fill out the survey via the link in the description below so we can continue to bring you the content we know that you love. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching.